Hello watcher and subscriber, today our topic is internal storage in Android. So in this tutorial, in short, you will understand the difference between share preference and internal storage, as well as you will get to know the use of internal storage. For explanation point of view, I am taking this example, same kind of example we have seen in previous tutorial, but here we are taking the concept of internal storage. Here user will enter user ID and password, click on save. So data will be stored in the file. So here we are using text file. In the share preference there is a use of XML file. If the user click on check button, new page will open and you can read the information. Now we will see the use of internal storage. So by using internal storage, user can read and write the file whenever user want. Okay. And as you have seen in the share preference, user can also read and write the file, but the thing is that in the share preference we can store only primitive data like integer, float, boolean, but in internal storage there is no limitation. You can store any kind of information, and you can store more information in the internal storage. So that is the main difference between share preference and internal storage. And in internal storage the data will be removed once you uninstall the app. Okay. So now we will see reading and writing file in internal storage. So for performing the operation, first you perform write operation, because once you write the information then you can read. For performing writing operation there is a use of method, and this method is known as open file output. By using this method you can create and save file. So this you can do this like that: file output stream, and this is the object, then open file output, this is the name of the file, and this is the mode, that is private mode. Default value here, the value is 0. 0 means private mode. So by using this method open file output, you can create and save the file. For doing this you have to use the class file output string. So this class is used for doing writing operation. Okay, if you know Java you are already familiar. Then after this step you have to use write method. Write method is used for adding actual data in the file. For that you have to write statement like file output stream object, that is FOUT dot write method a dot get byte, and then next line b dot get byte. So here a and b is nothing but the statement like user dot get text dot toString. Means before this two statement you have to write a equal to user dot get text dot toString, then b equal to password dot get text dot toString. Means you can access the value by using this statement, where user ID and password is nothing but objects of edit text component. Okay, means if you want to read the value from edit text, then you have to use this write method. Means what happens actually in this program, the user will enter the value in the edit text, and by using this edit text we are storing the value. So for that you have to use write method. Then after writing you may perform read operation. For that you have to use open file input method. It is used to open file and read it. For that you have to use the statement like that: file input string object file input, then name of the file. Here you have to specify only name of file. Then after that you have to use read method for reading one character at a time from the file, and then print it. Means you can read only one character at a time. For that you have to do the code like that. You can declare one variable with initial null value, that is -1, and suppose user is entering here Suraj and Datir. Okay, suppose our username is Suraj and password is Datir. Means in the file Suraj Datir information is stored, and then our task is we have to read this information. So what happened, first you have to create a string buffer object. Okay, because by using string buffer you can easily access value and you can change value also. So by using string buffer you can perform the reading operation. So for that you have to use while statement. So meaning of this statement means it will check whether the data is present in the file or not. If the data is present, that value will be stored in the buffer. So for that we are using statement buffer dot append. Means one by one the character will be added in the buffer variable. For example, first yes is there, so it is not null, so it will be stored in buffer variable. Second is u, so in this way last one is r. After r there is a null value, null means -1, so loop will stop, because here the statement is value equals to fin.read not equals to -1. Means whenever it is not equals to -1, means whenever the value is not null, then it will append. So in this way it will read Suraj Datir. Then for reading these two strings Suraj and Datir, we are using separate statement, two variable a and b. Then buffer dot substring. Substring method is used to extract the string. Then 0. So here it is having actually two parameter. First represents start value, second end. So here the start 0 means I need to access the value from first position, so that's why it is 0. Buffer dot index of here the space is there, means I want to read value up to space, so that's why I have given this statement. So index of means it return the position, it return the particular value from position. So by using this statement it will store Suraj value. Then for taking second value you have to use buffer dot index of here space plus 1, means after space next character will be read, that is D, means we want to read a data from D, okay, up to null. So here there is no need to specify end value, so it will read Datir. So in this way next statement is u dot set text, p dot set text a and b. Here u and p is nothing but the objects of TextView component, because we are storing data in the TextView. Then finally whenever you click on load button, the whatever the data is there in the file in the form of user ID and password, that will be shown to you. Here if you click on previous, means you will ultimately go in the first page of your app, okay. So that coding we will see in the next tutorial when we will program. Then in the next tutorial we will see the program which is based on internal storage example. As I already told you, user will enter user ID password, click on save, data will be stored in the file, and if the user click on check, new page will open, user can click on load, data will be read from file that you stored, and user can click on previous for going into the first page. So in this way this program will work out, okay. So in the next tutorial we will do the programming for this. So we will see in the next tutorial we will see the internal storage example. And once again I tell you, this entire tutorial is divided into 3 parts. So this is nothing but the part 1, and don't forget to see all the part, that is part 2 and 3. Okay, so in the part 2 we are going to perform first writing operation, then in the part 3 we will perform read operation. So if you are new in this channel, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.